Dear students, last day we started scene 2 of Act 2 of The Tempest. And we had the grand entry of Caliban. Caliban cursing his master, Prospero. He knew that he would be listening. In spite of that, he wanted to curse him and enjoy it. And we have seen the different ways by which the spirit of Prospero torments him. And now we have another character introduced. I told you yesterday, the main characters here are Caliban, Tringulo and Stefano. The second most important character, Tringulo, is introduced today. So we shall look at verses 18 to 57. 18 to 57 today. Tringulo. Enter Tringulo. Here is another bush. Here is neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all, and another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that will shed his liquor. If it should thunder, as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall by pailfuls. What have we here? A man or a fish, dead or alive? A fish. He smells like a fish, a very ancient fish-like smell, a kind of, not of the newest poor John, a strange fish. So Tringulo is just entering the scene, and the scene is set as very violent. There is storm. Storm is brewing up. One storm is over, another storm is brewing up. It's getting ready, getting formed. The clouds are already there. And it is going to be really terrible. And Tringulo is worried where to take shelter, because he finds nothing at all that would shelter him. Normally when it rains or when there is a storm, we run to a place, even if we are out, maybe to a shop or to a house or some places where he can find a safe haven. So Tringulo finds no place at all where he can take shelter. He is looking for shelter. Here is neither bush nor shrub. Bush and shrub, they are somewhat similar. Botany students will know. Both of them are low-lying woody plants. At least if there were at least low-lying woody plants under which he could hide, but nothing was there to bear off any weather at all, that is to afford any shelter. And another storm brewing. Here it sings in the wind, the song of the wind, the sound of the wind could be heard. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that will shed his liquor. He is comparing it into a vessel of liquor. A vessel is ship. A vessel of liquor. A ship full of liquor. And it bursts forth, what a tragedy it would be. So he is comparing it to that. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. It has been thundering. Has been thundering. Now there is little reprieve. There is a lull. If it were to thunder again, where shall I hide my head? I know not where to hide my head. Yond same cloud cannot choose but fall by pale fulls. Because it's so clouded and it looks as if it is going to have a heavy rain. And Trinculo says it's going to be falling by pale fulls. Paleful. Pale is bucket. So it looks as if it is going to fall. The rain is going to fall like bucketfuls. That means we can just keep the bucket and collect and fill just one drop will be one bucket full of rainwater. So heavy rain is going to come. What have we here? Then suddenly he finds on the floor something. No shrub, no plants, nothing around, but there is something seemed to be lying down on the floor. You know already Caliban is on the floor. He thinks that a spirit of Prospero is coming. In order to escape, the spirit is lying down flat on the ground so that the spirit may pass him by and he will be saved. So now Trinculo sights him. He sees something lying down and he asks, what have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? Is it? He is not able to make out what it is. Not able to make out. So Trinculo meets Caliban. Trinculo meets Caliban lying on the ground. He mistakes him for a fish and later as an islander. First he thinks he's a fish and then he thinks he's an islander. Mistaken identity. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish. Then he concludes, yes, this must be a fish. Why? He smells like a fish. He smells like a very bad smell or good smell. Those who like fish, it is a good smell. Those who don't like fish, it's really very, very nauseating. So it smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. It's not even new fish, like an ancient fish it smells. A kind of note of the newest poor John. Newest poor John is a kind of saltwater fish. So it is not a new fish, it is a very, very old fish. A strange fish, not even the normal type which we cite, very, very strange fish. Then he suddenly reminds himself about his being in England. So he sees some possibility of making some business, making some money by exhibiting this fish in England. Because once he was there and he had seen how people are interested in these kind of strange beings. A strange fish. Were I in England now? Were I in England now? If I were in England now. I'm not. If I were in England now, as once I was, and had, but this fish painted. Painted is depicted, pictured, or shown. Not a holiday fool there, but would give a piece of silver. Not a holiday fool means people, those who were on holidays. Not a fool would give a piece of silver means every fool will give a silver piece. Every fool. Everyone who is on holiday, I am sure each one will give some money. By seeing this strange fish. There would this monster make a man. will make a man means make the fortune of a man. There this fish will make a man. There this monster will make a man means this monster will make the fortunes of a man. Good luck of a man because it will fetch a lot of money. Any strange beast there makes a man. Very strong, pungent statement. Any strange beast there makes a man. Any strange beast, beast is animal. Any strange animal will make a man in England when they will not give a diet to relieve a lame beggar. They may not give even a paisa, even a pie to help a lame fellow, but a strange animal will make a man there. They will be very kind in contributing to see a strange animal. They will lazy out 10 to see a dead Indian. Lazy out means they will be willing to give 10 dollars to see a dead Indian. Dead Indian is here the reference is to the original inhabitants of America, Red Indians. Legged like a man, now he is explaining about the figure that he saw on the floor. Legged like a man and his fins like arms. Hurry, what a strange fish it is. Legged like a man, it looks like if it has got human legs. And his fins like arms. Fish is supposed to have fins, but in the face of fins, it has got arms. Warm, oh my troth. Warm, oh my troth. Meaning is given there. I swear by my faith, I do now let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. I swear. I let loose my opinion. I'm changing my opinion. No. It is not a fish. Till now I thought it was a fish. No. I'm changing my opinion. It's not a fish. Hold it no longer. I don't hold my opinion no longer. This is no fish but an islander. An islander means an inhabitant of the island. I mistook it for a fish. No, it is not a fish. Sorry. It's not a fish. It is an islander, an inhabitant of the island. That has lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Suffered by mean affected by, destroyed by. So this has an inhabitant of the island who has been hit by or struck by thunder. Thunder and lightning, thunderbolt. Thunder. So now the thunder starts, which he was fearing that would come. Alas, the storm is come again. So that was fear of Tringulo. If the thunder were to come again, and it has come, now where should I take my shelter? Where should I rest my head? My best way is to creep under his gabardine. Gabardine is a upper garment. Gabardine is upper garment or the cloak. Where shall I take rest? There is no bush, no shrub, no place to rest. Now the only place I can find is I will go under the cloak, the garment of this strange being. There is no other shelter hereabout. That's only shelter, nothing else. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. So here the author, Shakespeare, makes a wonderful comment on life, the reality of life. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Misery acquaints. Acquaint. What is the meaning of acquaints? Acquaints are companions, friends. Misery acquaints a man, makes a man friend with strange bedfellows. Here a man does not mean a man, it can be a woman also. So, misery when you are miserable, when there is no other go, when you are left with no other option, you will make anybody a bad friend. You'll be able to live with anybody. You'll be able to sleep by anybody else. Because you are in a miserable condition. There is no other go. For example, now you are affected by corona. The epidemic has made you to find a place. So many people, thousands and thousands, were left without any conveyance to go home. So they had to find some place to live together, travel together, get back home. Misery plays the role of making people friends. So that is, misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. So Trinculo is forced to sleep with a strange smelling fish-like being, because there is no other place here he can take rest. I will hear shroud. Shroud means hide. I will hear shroud till the dregs of the storm be past. Dregs is remnants. Remnants means the remaining part of the storm. That is, till the storm subsides, I will hide myself under the cloak of this monster. Once it subsides, once it passes away, then I can get out of it. Creeps under Caliban's garment. So he goes, creeps under Caliban's garments. Now enters the third character. The third character is Stefano. I said there are three. Already Caliban was introduced yesterday. Today we had Trinculo. Now Stefano enters. So here we have 45 to 57, Stefano and his sailor's song. Both Stefano and Trinculo, they were in the ship. One was a butler, another one was a jester. And they are used to the life of the ship and the life of the crew. So the crew members, travel by ship is a boring business. And in those days, they were put to a lot of inconveniences. And each trip will be taking months and months. Very boring. All around you see only salt water, wind, rain. Very, very strange climate. So, to make themselves happy, to make themselves keep going, to encourage one another, they used to sing songs. So, sailor songs are very famous. They are full of fun. Sometimes it has a bit of vulgarity in it. But it makes a lot of fun for those who sing and those who hear. That is how they make themselves merry. So Stefano enters singing a bottle in his hand. So he is singing a sailor's song and he has a bottle in his hand. So he is drinking. And normally the crew members, they drink a lot. So, I shall no more to sea, here shall I die ashore. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here is my comfort. Drinks. The master, the sober, the boatswain and I, the gunner and his mate, loud man, Meg and Marian and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate. For she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang. She loved not the savor of tar nor of pitch, than to see, boys, and let her go hang. This is a scurvy tune too, but here is my comfort drink. Is it meaningless? No, it is full of meaning. Does it make a big sense here? May not be. But as I said earlier, it is part of their merrymaking. And here this particular scene is meant to entertain the people thoroughly. So people will really enjoy it. I shall no more to see, here shall I die ashore. Beautiful. He has been part of the shipwreck, but wonderfully saved. Managed to escape, now he is on the shore, and therefore he says, no more to sea. I shall not go back to sea. He's scared. I shall die here ashore. On the shore, I shall die. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Whose funeral is it? Maybe all those who are dead in the shipwreck? Or is it Ferdinand's? Or is it Alonso's? We don't know. So, this is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Scurvy means a hateful. Already he is dead. At a dead man's place, I am singing a hateful song. It's not the tune to be sung. Doesn't matter. Well, here is my comfort. I am feeling so sad. But there is something to comfort me. What is that? He drinks. His bottle is the comforter. Then he goes on. The master, the swabber, the boatswain and I. The gunner and his mate. So many people are there. Master, swabber, boatswain and I, that is Stefano, the gunner and his mate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are there. So the swabber is the deck washer, one who washes the plates and other things in the ship. So the master, the swabber, the boatswain you already know, and I, the gunner, gunman. They all loved Mal and Marian and Marjorie. So he is naming a few girls. So they all loved Mal, Meg and Marian and Marjorie. But none of us cared for Kate. So Kate was the only one who was not loved. All these people had their own favorites, their own liking for some women, but there was a woman called Kate who was not loved by any one of these. For she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang. Why they did not love her? Because she had a tongue with a tang. A tongue with a tang means tang is a sharp shrill sound. Very unpleasant sound. So she had a tongue which was very, very unpleasant. She would say things which were not so pleasant. The tone itself was not pleasant, and what came out of her tongue also was, out of her mouth also was not that pleasant. So, Kate had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor. She will shout at a sailor and will say, go hang, go to hell, you go to hell, done with you, damn it. So like that, all kind of bad words. She loved not the savor of tar. T-A-R, tar, you know what is used to making the road. Tar. So she loved not the savor of tar, nor of pitch. nor of pitch is the quality of the sound. Quality of the sound. So, she did not like the savor. Savor is taste or smell. Taste or smell. So she did not like the smell of the tar and the sound of the pitch, sound of the quality of the sound. Then to see boys and let her go hang. Let her go hang. Let her go to hell. This is a curvy tune too, but here is my comfort. This is very hateful tune, but I have my comfort. The bottle. Actually, there is one line which they have given in your book. Actually, it goes like this. She loved not the savor of tar nor of pitch, but liked it okay when a tailor took her to him. It's a little offensive, that's why they haven't given. So, none of us loved. We all kept her away. She did not like the smell of the tar and the quality of the sound. And her tongue was very bad. But she loved a tailor who was in love with her. That is not given there, doesn't matter. So at the end, Stefano concludes saying, then to see boys and let her go hang, let her go to hell. This is a curvy tune too, but I have the comfort, the bottle, the liquor. So this is to generate some fun for the audience. We shall see the rest tomorrow. Thank you.